Hello, everyone. I'm Phoenix Tremayne, and today we're going to give you your Days of Live spoilers for the week of September 21st. But first, if you haven't done so, please take a minute to subscribe. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Please hit that like button because every time you hit that like button, lets YouTube know this is a good video for soap fans, so you can become part of our soap fam. We are 739 subscribers away from our 25K goal. So if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It just takes like a second. Um, and I want to thank my membership because when you're a member, you get exclusive videos, early access to videos. And now I've started posting articles, and you can hit that join button to see all the other perks you get. Now, here we go. I'm going to say quickly the membership because I appreciate you. Megan Maloney, Samantha Greenridge, Phoenix, Gwen Marie, Yvonne Todd, Michael Pryor, Penny Wiseman, Jeff Payton, Casey DeGrenia, Patricia Bell, Brian McConaughey, Christy Power, Angela Langio, Phyllis Pearson, Ellie Mae, and thank you, David Cherry, who just recently joined 4 days ago. So thank you, David Cherry, for being part of the SoapFam membership. Hopefully you're enjoying it. All of you are enjoying it. And we're going to start off now with the Days We'll have spoilers, the weekly spoilers today, and then I'll go ahead and do the bulk spoilers. But on Monday, September 21st, Sean finds Belle in Philip's arms. Allie lays into Sammy for going against her wishes. Marlena gives Claire a warning about Jan, and Xander has tries to manipulate Jan. That was written wrong. It's supposed to be Xander tries to manipulate Jan. So Tuesday, September 22nd, Brady convinces Victor to back up his confession. Sammy realizes she needs to act fast to keep custody of her grandson. Lonnie struggles to forgive Eli for his deception, and Marlena, Roman, Belle, and Brady say goodbye to Eric. Wednesday, September 23rd, Kristen past comes back to haunt her. Bonnie pulls Justin in for a kiss. Eric and Nicole share a tearful goodbye. And after speaking with Eric, Sammy presents Allie with a compromise. On Thursday, September 24th, John lashes out at Steve. Justin confides in Jack about Bonnie. Gwen plots against Abigail. Ben faces life without Sierra. Friday, September 25th, Abigail makes plans for her future. Sammy and Nicole have one last argument before Sammy's departure. Tripp asks for Kayla's blessing, and Claire tells Ben about Hope's search for Vincent. The bulk spoilers for that week, which usually gives a little bit more information. Nicole and Sammy clash. Eric plays peacemaker before going off to save the world. Sean sees Philip hugging Belle. Trask cannot wait to take Kristen to task. And I'm going to put a little note in there. The actress that originally played Melinda Trask was in a play, a New York play back in February when they filmed this. So she couldn't do the role, so they switched her out for a different actress. Brady makes a deal with Victor to save Kristen, who has been arrested and accused of murder. Now, the murder that Kristen is accused of is going to be Haley. That I guess Melinda's going to accuse her of pushing her down the steps, not, that it was an accident. Steve is stunned by John's new side. Lonnie is torn. Xander is interested in using Jan against Philip. Marlena, Roman, Brady, and Belle wish Eric well. Sammy hopes to make a deal with her daughter. Now, I'll go into that because this is one of the articles that the SoapFam membership got, which is the whole story of how this plays out. So Sammy and Allie are going to come to a compromise. Sammy says, I'll give you the baby back without a fight if Nicole if Allie lives with Nicole. So as long as Allie is living with Nicole, then Sammy is okay with Nicole and Allie raising the baby. She just doesn't want Nicole raising the baby on her own. She wants her daughter to have a chance too, and she also keeps her connection. So what we also read was that Sammy and Nicole come to a peaceful ending as far as like the way the storyline ends on Friday. So they may argue whatever, but at the end, the article was saying that they respect each other. So let's get back into where I left off. Sarah advises Xander to avoid Jan. Abigail feels the pressure. Jack is horrified to hear about Justin and Bonnie, who steals a kiss from Justin. John might be in big trouble. Sammy feels the wrath of Allie. Trip seeks Kayla's support. Gwen goes over the plan with Puppet Master Rolf. Sam, and this, I guess we'll finally find out if Gwen is just Rolf's helper or if Gwen is Rolf's daughter, as people were suspecting. But the article that talked about it described them as BFF. So I don't know if it's daughter or helper. And what do you think? I just want to throw this out there real quick. Gwen, do you think it's a good idea if Gwen is his daughter or just his helper or whatever? It's clearly how she was able to get the vials to drug Abigail. But I really feel like I want there to be more of a connection other than she's just Rolf's daughter who he's doing Stefano's bidding. And so by default, she has to do Stefano's bidding. I guess he could have called her in the mental institution and said, check yourself out, go drug her, and then go back in. It really, the story really isn't cohesive right now because, her and Jake weren't even in Salem. So how did she now suddenly this involved with Rolf? Did Rolf know who Jake was? So we got a lot of questions. Trip seeks Kayla's support. Gwen goes on her plan. Sammy flies back to Europe as Nicole, Allie, and the baby become roommates. Sammy approves. Claire lets Ben know that Hope is looking for Vincent because he could still have Sierra. And Ben wants to believe that she's alive. And Abigail has an idea. Don't know what the idea is, but that is it, except for one last thing we need to talk about, which is Trip and Allie. So Trip is basically going to be the father of Allie's baby. I don't know if you saw the promo or not when they run into each other. I've read elsewhere that they're going to have a contentious meeting. So there's going to be tension when they meet. And then further down the line, in 2 weeks, Steve is going to ask Trip if he's the father of Allie's baby. So with no other people in the picture, clearly that's the direction they're going in, that Trip is the father of Allie's baby. They knew each other when they were out of town. It doesn't matter what part of the country she was in, what part of the country he was in, or out of the country. That I've always said, if the writer wants that to happen, it happens. It doesn't matter how crazy it sounds. It doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense. If this is what the writer says, this is what it is. So, because I remember in the comment section, people were saying, but Allie was over here and Trip was over here, so they couldn't have met because they were in two completely separate places. I think he was in California and she was in Europe or something. So they're like, how can he be the father of the baby? Well, clearly they know each other. So, and why would there be tension if they didn't have some sort of relationship? So yeah, Trip is the father of the baby. And we now will have the battle of the grandmas. So could you imagine Sammy versus Ava Vitale, who's coming back? Or, Steve wanting to see his grandson or something like that. Or wanting, since Allie didn't want the baby to begin with, maybe, they think that Trip should have a bit more significant part. Allie may not want Trip to have a significant role in the baby's life. We'll see what happens. But the fall preview said that the father, Allie and Trip's relationship was caused shockwaves all over Salem. Only shockwaves that affect many families on the show, but of course be him being the father. So that's it. I'll see you in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.